Well then.
Oh shit! What up, Rika?
What up, Rika?
We're
Oh
back.
shit, this is a new song.
Playing fucking.
What is this,
Sport.
Spice and Wolf?
All right, we went in very different directions.
He's not watched Spice and Wolf. Hey, Spice and Wolf enjoyers know what I'm talking about when that sounds like Spice and Wolf.
So shout out to all my Spice and Wolfers out there, dude.
My Holo fans. Welcome!
Welcome.
Welcome to the world of Higurashi, Chapter 8, Matsuribayashi.
Okay.
In this world, you'll be able to recreate the story from Hanyu's point of view.
This is a Hanyu game? No! Oh, fuck, dude. No! Are you fucking kidding me? I have to read as Hanyu the whole fucking game?
No, it's gonna be mostly neutral.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, thank all the powers in the world.
Listen, do you think I would if
Dude.
I knew you would have to
Oh,
read
God.
for like 12 hours as Hanyu, I would have let you do that voice? Maybe actually might have
No, it would have
could
gone
have.
down exactly like the Shion voice went down, where you're like, you want to pick something different as Shion, and I said, go fuck yourself, I'm sticking with it. And then we got an entire chapter of, Kei-chan, how are you doing today?
Well, you were much less stable with that voice to start with, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got into the wine glass.
Original Shion voice was much more like way pitch up here.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, it'd be really funny if, oh, Rika, do an entire game like this.
Yeah, you want to hit the button? Your objective is to create the June of 1983 ideal to you. You will need to collect many different fragments to make that possible. However, Takano's conviction is very strong. To overturn it, you will need a lot of effort and a lot of fragments. I'll warn you right now. It'll be a slow and painful process. Hanyu went through it for over 100 years, and she even had to stop and give in to fate. Defeating Takano's conviction will not be easy. The trial in this world will put you through this trial. The trial in this world will put you through as much pain as Hanyu had to endure. You may surrender, just like Hanyu did, after being emotionally worn down by the constant repetition of the worlds woven by countless fragments. When you feel like surrendering, you can just end this game at any time. But if you do, the worlds revolving around your friends' fate will be limited to Onikakushi through Minakuroshi. By forgetting about this world and uninstalling this product, you will finally accept death.
Thank you, Ryukishi.
Just like Rika did. Your ideal June 1983 can be created by putting together 50 fragments that are scattered all over this world. To connect these fragments together, you'll need the right ones. There are 50 of them, which may be dizzying. However, this world isn't merciless. To ease your pain, there will be a little help for you. When you choose the wrong pieces, your only ally here will give you a sign that it's not yet time to put those fragments together. As long as the sign remains, you won't be able to connect them. You might as well go look for different ones. After you put other fragments together, you might be able to connect the ones you couldn't put together earlier. When that happens, she'll let you know. Let's put those fragments together. Then you'll be able to join the other ones too. When you connect all 50, they'll become one big fragment. There you'll find your ideal June 1983. That's when the long-awaited Matsuribayashi will begin. Before you peek at each fragment, why don't you line up all 50 of them first? Most of them require other fragments, so there are only a few you can actually look at. Let's try to find those first. To see the conditions for connecting fragments, just point the cursor at them. Before anything else, let's find the ones you can look at without any conditions. This will be an extremely long and difficult trial. Let me tell you again, Hanyu challenged this for over 100 years and gave up on it. If you believe in miracles, in the same way your friends do, even if you don't live in the world where they live, if you believe in them, welcome. Welcome to the world of Higurashi, Chapter 8, Matsuribayashi. In this world, you'll be tested to see if you believe in the world that Rika and the others believed in. A miracle only happens when everybody combines their strength. The June 1983, created by Takano, is nearly indomitable. Ryukishi, I've never heard you repeat yourself.
She
gathered many people whose powers are beyond the average person to her side. Her backers are being at the center of the national authority. Even if 100 dice all rolled ones, there wouldn't be even a chance to defeat her. In other words, a miracle is the only way forward. A miracle happens only when everyone combines their strength, and you are one of them. Are you ready? I'm more than ready. The key to the long journey is not to pressure yourself too hard. Well, let's take it at a light pace. I'll work while drinking my usual wine. Shall we begin? We have all the time in the world.
Am I like playing an actual video game now?
It might be. I don't know. Chapter in. That's the end of the episode. 5 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Great.
All right, cool. Great
6
work,
minutes.
guys. Let's wrap it up. Okay.
Are you ready for this? Do you know what we're gonna be doing?
Connecting fragments, apparently.
Hit that save button.
Okay. Oh my Jesus Christ, we're connecting all the tips. Are we connecting like...
These aren't the tips.
No, these aren't the tips. These are all... Oh my fucking God.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
so I guess we can. I didn't like prep for this.
No, that's fine. Let me cook. Just let me go at it. Just let me go at it.
Okay.
Fuck
So-
doing this something particularly. Just let me go at this shit.
Supposedly, if you do it without making mistakes, you get a special scene.
Fuck it. We can do that later.
Yeah.
We
I
can
don't
just
know.
pick
I
a
don't.
new save.
I've.
Let's do it. I don't care.
I thought I saw. I don't know what the scene is. Honestly, I have no
Okay.
idea.
Let me play.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me send it. Jesus fuck, dude. Okay. All right. Hold on. Do I have like paper?
You might not need paper, but.
All right. 230 second details.
So C103 dose. Let's C103 dose experiment. Sadako Hojo's detailed test is required. Kyosuke Irie's decision is required. So then the first sacrifice.
Yeah. Okay.
So these aren't in order. A live specimen for research is required. A tragedy at the dam construction site is required. H170, discontinuation of Sadako Hojo's dissection plan is required. Kyosuke Irie's motive become doctor is required. Second sacrifice, death of construction site manager, hospitalization of Sadako required. Red capsule, the third year's curse of Oyashido-sama is required. Third sacrifice, Riku's father being marked as an opportunist is required. Riku's mother's suspicion is required. Research is going well. An L5 stage patient dissection is required. Help from the Queen Carrier is required. We get the fourth sacrifice, the death of Sadako Hojo's aunt is required. Dam construction operation withdrawal.
this fragment is required first.
So page 2, number 1. One we need. A murder with a dismembered body. Repetitive apologies are required. Adekori and Yaguchi. Help from a Queen Carrier is required. So that's two things with that requirement, right?
Yeah.
Accident at Shirakawa Park. Satoshi Hojo must not be allowed to visit his sister at the clinic. Satoshi Hojo's sense of responsibility as a big brother is required. Distrust of the mother of a queen. Results of the research on C-103 and H-107 are required. The truth about the Shirakawa Park accident is required. An execution order for the mysterious death of the Furude couple. This execution order for the 30 years curse is required. A declaration of war from Kurado Oishi is required. Requesting assistance from the queen. Research needs to have stagnated. Instructions for the kidnapping operation of the minister's grandson is required. Death of Satoshi's aunt. A bat to beat her to death is required. Irie's background. We need Kyosuke Irie's reminiscence. Deja vu. Completion of the medicine C-117. Kyosuke Irie. So that's a. We got one on page 3. That's number 2 there. First, Rika Furude, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rika Furude's high fever. Judo Tomotake's slight fever. Jiro Tamatake, that's a fragment we need, so we get 2 on 3. Routine inspection. Prior consent for the collection of cerebrospinal fluid is required. The death of Koizumi Sensei is required. It's disappointment.
Fucking face.
The old guy. The death of the damn construction manager is required. Yeah, you skipped over the Tamatake one.
No, I did. I moused over it.
Oh.
It just says
Well, maybe
this
it
is
was the one
required
above
first.
it? Am I stupid?
No. This is
Left.
disappointment. 'Cause
Left. Above.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Routine inspection. Prior consent for the collection. Okay, yeah, we did.
We did that. You're
What
tripping.
was I trying? A roll level 1. Bottle of wine. Jiro Tomatake's promise. The draft of an emergency manual. Hojo siblings. Conflict between the Hojo family and Sonozaki family. Self-introduction of Sotoko Hojo. Satoshi Hojo. So this is a starting fragment. So we got 1 on 4. Local explanatory meeting. It's required. Depression of a Shinto priest. Rika and Sadako's shopping trip is required. The Shinto priest contacting the Irie Institute is required. A notice of leave of absence. Satoshi's part-time job.
Yeah.
Footsteps following Hojo Satoshi. Suffering of Big Brother. Rock candy as a treat required. Sadako Hojo's detailed test is required. Satoshi Hojo's awareness of his sins is required. The forgiveness of Rena Ryugyu's sins is required. Review of lots for sale. Ryugyu family's move. 4th year's curse.
So you telling me Keiichi's dad sees on you?
I'm not telling you anything.
That's what it sounds like.
Rena Ryugyu, a red capsule is required. Mion Sonozaki, strawberry milk candy is required.
Weird.
New wind. Ryugyu family's move is required. Watermelon from the Sonozaki family is required. Formation of a club. Satoshi Hojo's awareness of his sins is required. The mysterious death of the Furude couple is required. Sadako Hojo. This is a first one. Keiichi Mayabaro. Iced tea set on the veranda being put away. Ichiro Mayabaro inspecting a vacant lot. So that's obviously on the same side, on the same page. Conflict between the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family is required. June 1983. Revenge of Miyo Takano is required. Keiichi Mayabaro changing schools is required. Fragment of Sumiha Boshi. Fragment from Oni Kakushi is required. Invitation to an end. Raw eats sea urchin and vitamin A.
She needs moral support.
Big teddy bear. Big teddy bear required. Fragment with Tanagashi. Game board must be set up. Game board must be set up. Matsubushi, Makashi. Fragment with Tanagashi is required. Fragment of Oni Kakushi. Game board must be set up.
Yeah.
Game board must be set up. Minagoroshi.
Tatsari Goroshi and
7 fragments are required.
Okay, a lot to digest.
So nothing on 1. We got 1 on 2.
Yeah.
We got 2 on
fucking-
3.
I
We
could
got 1 on 4 and 2 on 5.
start with dam construction, Irie, Jiro, Satoshi, local meetings, Sadako.
2 on 4.
We're gonna start with my baby boy.
Satoshi Hojo.
We're gonna, yeah, Satoshi Hojo. Holy shit, okay.
Yeah, we're jumping
We're
right
just
into this.
into
I don't
it.
know
We're into it.
how long we want to go for this, but well, there's
we-
what she
how
said
about-
50.
Yeah, how about we do all the starting fragments? We can do all the first fragments,
All
get
right.
a time look, see where we're at, see what's going on. Because are these long? I would assume these can't be longer than like 30 minutes, unless they're the big ones.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're not super long.
Yeah, we'll see how we feel after we get through like all the starters.
When I asked week of 10, she said Sadako might have possibly gone up to the mountain behind the sign. She's fond of going there.
I miss Satoshi so much.
That mountain is covered in trees, vines, and fallen logs. And she really likes the area. Any child would dream of having a secret base. And to Sadako, her favorite base, his secret base was the whole mountain. However, the mountains were undeveloped territory, making them a dangerous place that was easy to get lost in. As her brother, I'm a little concerned that she spends too much time on it. But maybe I should worry more about myself getting lost since I rarely come here. The mountain gets dark quickly when evening falls. If I still can't find her, I should look for her somewhere else. Sadako! Sadako! I'm yelling as loud as I can. But in the woods, my voice doesn't carry that well. According to Ika-tan, she said she's been making her secret base in this area. She goes up there all alone to expand it. What does he mean by expand it? If it's a secret base, she must not want anyone to find it. Does that mean she set up some traps? Considering that, I should have noticed the traps on the mountain before one got me. Ah! Suddenly my foot sunk into the ground and snagged on something like a jump rope tied beneath dried leaves. I heard some noise from above, and then a big ball of made-up branches fell right next to me. It had been one of the playful traps Sadako loves. If I wasn't so lucky, I'm sure the ball would have hit my head.
Oh my! I'm in this fucking game, Satoshi! You son of a bitch!
Can't believe I lied to James like that. We did see Sadako today.
Look who's here! It's you, Nini!
Sadako! No, this kind of horseplay is dangerous.
Did you not see the sign put up by the forestry service? It clearly states it's dangerous to come into these woods. My wonderful traps will welcome anyone who ignores that warning. Oh, ho, ho.
As a brother, I should stop her from doing things like this. But when I see her brilliant smile, I can't say anything else. I haven't seen that smile in some time. By the way, Sadako, weren't you told to come home by evening? Since we're going out for dinner tonight.
I don't want to go. Why don't our mother and father go by themselves? If you want to, you could go with them, Nini.
Are you still angry at father?
He threw an ashtray at me.
No. That happened with our previous father. Our current one hasn't done that.
He locked me out on the veranda. He didn't feed me lunch. He complained I got him the wrong brand of cigarettes. Then he slapped my face, saying I shouldn't be a picky eater. And then...
She isn't talking about her current stepfather. Things about all of our different stepfathers have mixed themselves up in her head. Every time my mother remarried, we had to call a different man our father. The word father isn't a word that should be taken lightly. If you don't truly acknowledge a man as your father, how can you call him that? That's how much weight it carries. However, just to make things smooth and peaceful, I used the word father, even if I didn't want to. But it was too difficult for Sadako, young as she was, to do the same. Ever since Sadako was little, she's been having troubles with our stepfathers. She's never opened up to our current one. To Sadako, our father figure is no longer someone she can trust. It's true that our current stepfather doesn't have any experience being a parent, so he sometimes gets rather upset with her. But ever since the incident where Sadako called the child abuse hotline, our stepfather regretted his mistakes and tried his best to communicate with her. Even after my mother realized how much Sadako had suffered emotionally when it was pointed out by the social worker, even my mother realized how much Sadako had been suffering emotionally when it was pointed out by a social worker. She's doing her part in trying to bring Sadako back into the family. But Sadako completely refuses to even try. It's understandable, though. Her childhood has been filled with misery. Sadako can only open up to me. That's why I have to be the one and only family member she can trust. Otherwise, she'll be alone in this world. But a brother and a sister alone can't be considered a family. Even if we don't get along now, if we continue to communicate, even in a small way, we may be able to become a real family someday. Sadako, our current stepfather is getting nicer. He says he wants to make up with you.
That's news to me.
That's because every time he tries to say something, you run away. He wants to talk to you. He says he won't make you eat pumpkin anymore.
That's a lie. He said I couldn't leave until I ate my pumpkin, and he tied me to the chair.
Again, she isn't talking about our current stepfather. Sadako, just come home with me, okay? Mother's got a free dinner coupon, and we don't want it to go to waste, do we? We already have the reservation, so we have to go today.
Why don't you go, Nini? I prefer staying home alone.
Sadako doesn't usually stay out playing this late. She knows we're going out. That's why she's here alone. Although I want to snap at Sadako, I controlled myself, because she only has me. I can't scare her. Please, let's go home, Sadako. You don't have to decide whether to go right now. You can think about it after we get there. Besides, without your help, I can't find my way down the mountain.
Nini, I've brought you here so many times already, and yet you still haven't learned? What am I gonna do with you, Nini?
Sadako holds out her hand. She often says she's embarrassed to hold my hand in front of other people, but she's holding out her hand right now. I took that hand. Sadako's fragile hand. I have to protect her as a big brother. Let's go home, Sadako.
Sure. Oh, Satoshi was the man, dude. Satoshi was the fucking man. Oh, be real.
He's doing B-Real.
I am doing be real.
Whatever that is. Somebody knows what that is. I don't.
Brooklyn and James know what be real is. That works.
I didn't even see the result you got on the selfie cam.
Oh. So be real is you take a picture with your front camera and your selfie camera every day.
Oh.
That's the front. It's a selfie cam.
Okay.
And then everyone takes a picture at the same time during the day. Where are they?
Bucky's, probably. What is that?
No, this is not Bucky's.
Clearly.
It's like Target. Where are you? Dog toys? They're like a Petco.
Oh. Again, pet toys for their pets. Wow.
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 All right, look at that. We got
Satoshi Pogyu! Alright, give me that. I'm the fucking mouse guy. I don't give a shit about that meeting.
Sadako Hoto.
Unfortunately for you, video game, I only give a shit about the Hojos. Yeah, my name is Sadako Hojo, but Hojo is my current father's family name. I was also Sadako, oh god. Hatake, Sadako Yoshizawa, and also Sadako Matsura, because of my previous fathers. I'm still not used to being called Hojo-san. If someone calls me Sadako, then I know that person is talking to me. Because Sadako is the name I've been using since I was born. The lisp chapters back to back. I don't understand why my mother keeps getting married and divorced. If she's gonna get a divorce, why does she get married? If she's married, why does she get a divorce? I've asked her that before, but depending on the situation, her answers were different. When I asked her when she was married, she got angry. When I asked her after she got a divorce, she cried. I don't understand the meaning of marriage, so I have no interest in drawing pictures of a bride in a wedding dress. I don't think I'll ever get married. I don't want to keep changing my child's last name. My teacher once asked if I liked my mother. I think it was when I was in kindergarten in Okinomiya. That was a very difficult question. Because sometimes I loved her very much, and sometimes I hated her very much. I couldn't decide. When my mother was nice, she smiled all the time. She made us happy. She thanked me for being her daughter. When my mother wasn't nice, she frowned all the time. She treated my brother and me very poorly. She told me I should have never been born. My teacher asked me if I liked my father. That was a very easy question, because I always hated him very much, no matter who he was. The new fathers always treated me nicely at first, as if I was their real daughter. They always told me I could think of them as my real father, but they couldn't be my real father. Besides, I didn't even know my real father's face. How could I call them my father? I couldn't. That was disgusting. Right before the divorce, my father always became very irritated with me. They treated me like a cockroach. They told me they didn't have money to feed me, they threw things at me, and they locked me out on the veranda. I was told I could forget about them because that was all in the past. I think that was a different teacher from a different school. Maybe that's true. Because ever since Hojo became my father, my mother has been smiling. I haven't seen them get into a fight, as I have seen happen just before a divorce. They have little arguments here and there, but those don't lead to a divorce, and they always make up. But I'm sure they'll get a divorce sooner or later. Then it'll be the same old stuff with the family court, divorce settlements, a nightly flight, and child support. So who knows how long this Hojo will be my father. That's why I don't even feel like calling him that. He also treated me well at first, but when I didn't call him father even after he asked me repeatedly, he became irritated. I'll get a divorce soon. When my father gets in this mood, divorce is on the way. After a divorce, it's my mother's turn to be irritated with me. Then she'll tell me she shouldn't have had me, or she can't be happy because of me. Why is my existence causing problems for my mother? I asked my brother, and he told me, if you have children, it's not easy to find someone to get married with. To my mother, remarriage is a very important job, so I can understand having children around will cause problems. I think I finally understand the reason why I'm a nuisance to her. I asked my brother something else. Why are children hated by new fathers? Well, that's simple. That's because family members all have different roles. A mother's job is to love her children. A father's job is to love the mother. That means I'm a nuisance to both my mother and my father. Fucking evil Sadako? Right? Yeah.
It's still Sadako, yes.
Yeah, no, this is like, fucking... What's it called? Terminal Sadako or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, this is,
The becoming diseased and, like, kooky Sadako.
Mm-hmm.
My brother is more mature than me, so they don't look down on him as a nuisance. But maybe I am. No, I definitely am a nuisance. So now I know. Both my mother and father want me dead. But if they kill me, they'll be caught. But that doesn't mean they won't kill me. If I were to look down the cliff, and if no one was around, my mother and father would push me off for sure. My father has become abhorrently nice to me recently. He started to act that way ever since I made the fake call. I know for sure that's just part of the plot to kill me, so I won't let them trick me. I'm sorry. Lately, when I listen very carefully, I can hear a voice apologizing. The voice sounds similar to mine. Her mother must be telling her that she shouldn't have been born. I'm sorry. But I won't apologize like that. I'll live. I'm going to strike back. I'll kill before I get killed. I'm sorry. Shout out Han Yu, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
So, Goofy fucking killer Sadako fragment, right?
Hinamizawa syndrome fragment.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, good talk.
Good talk.
So, I assume that is part of what happens to lead Irie into, fucking giving her the go-go juice. You think Sadako kills her parents? No. You don't think so, right? No shot.
I don't know.
That page isn't nothing on
We
there.
can neither confirm nor deny Sadako kills her parents.
God, do you know how funny that would be?
Yeah, I think it's a Takano, I'm not sure.
No, it's Tomatake. I clicked on the Tomatake fragment.
Just hit it. Oh.
Definitely, Geichi, it's Tomatake. The forecast said there was a chance of rain in the evening, but I didn't think it'd rain so hard. We decided to wait at an abandoned bus stop for the rain clouds to clear. I'm sorry, Takano-san.
Oh, don't be Ichido-san.
Flash.
I knew it'd pour, so don't worry about it.
And you didn't say fuck all? Takano-san giggled. Although she said the weather might change suddenly, I dragged her out here. I feel stupid for making her come along and ending up ruining her precious day off. I have to go back to Tokyo tonight, so it'll be a while before I can return to Hinamizawa. I didn't want to spend my last day at a cheap hotel in Okinomiya, so I asked her to go for a stroll. It's just... I'm really sorry. She teased me for a while, but only a little. She wasn't actually enjoying driving me into a corner. That's just her way of communicating, and I find it very charming. I think I've become captivated by her. Tomatake, no! No!
Oh, Tomotake.
But on her part, I'm just an auditor from Tokyo. That's why she's being nice to me, and it's definitely not because she likes me personally. So I feel like I might have used my position to drag her out here, and that makes me a little depressed. I probably should think this slight fever I have is due to nothing more than a cold. But she was the type of person who made it clear when she disliked something. She wouldn't say so directly, but she would use all kinds of indirect expressions that meant the same thing. So I wanted to believe she's out here because she might be even a little bit attracted to me. I love Tomatake! I shook my head as I frowned upon my selfish thoughts. She chuckled as though she knew what I was thinking. I felt myself starting to go red after that.
You're a mysterious person, Jiro-san.
Flash.
I bet women don't leave you alone, huh? So why are you hanging out with a weirdo like me?
Dude, Takano has W Riz. A weirdo? No way! Hey, you're fascinating, Takano-san. Actually, I feel bad making you spend a day with someone like me.
Of course, I've decided to devote my life to my work, but life is too dry with only that. I need to switch gears once in a while. Besides, communicating with the opposite sex is good for the brain.
She's such a freak. She's so stupid. It's all good if I manage to help you clear your head.
Don't you feel refreshed just being with me?
Dude, she has W Riz. She gives me an impish smile that makes my heart skip a beat. I tried hiding my embarrassment so she wouldn't even notice my ears going red. Of course, when I'm with you, I do feel refreshed, yeah. Dude, don't talk. I honestly, truly, fucking I play Higurashi to get to the Takano Tomatake segments of the game. That's why I play Higurashi. They are so fucking funny. It's so good. And besides, if you learned about avian photography, I'll gain a buddy to share my hobby with. So, next time, I'll bring my old camera. It's really expensive to buy a new one, you know.
Thank you. I would love to learn about the avian photography you're so intrigued by. I'm looking forward to joining you on a stroll next time you go. So I don't need to buy a camera to buy a camera, do I?
Chat GPT response. No. Try with my old camera first. If you enjoy it, then you can buy one for yourself. I'll send it to you when I get back to Tokyo.
Thank you. Then I'll have you critique my photos when you come next time.
Takano's the type of motherfucker that the first 3 or 4 pictures on that camera are gonna be fucking birds and shit. Maybe the first quarter, half, it's gonna be birds and shit. And he's gonna click that picture one time and it's gonna be a soapy titty pic. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me Takano is not the type of motherfucker to put the bird pictures in there and include nudes at the end. And just look at him while he's looking through the camera and be like, what you got going on there? You seeing a bunch of birds you like? Sure. I can hardly wait to see them.
They'd be nothing compared to yours. It'd be my very first time doing it, you know.
Well, she keeps her cool and smiles. All I can do is blush and scratch my head. Am I being conceited? I can't help but think that Takano-san likes being with me. If it's mere flattery, I don't think she'd come along this far. Oh, no. Taking women's flattery seriously is the mistake I always make. He's so goated. I shouldn't assume that she's attracted to me.
By the way, isn't this the first time we've been alone like this?
Yeah, you're right. Usually the director or some of the research staff is around.
I don't know anything about you. I don't know exactly what you do in Tokyo, or what you've done in the past. I wonder what you do in the self-defense force.
I was an instructor for a while, but I hurt my eye when I was injured. I can live life normally, but they made a big deal out of it, and ever since, all I do is desk work. Takano-san giggles, saying I must have said something silly, saying I must have done something silly to cause the injury. And when I helped PR with their magazine, I became fascinated by photography. Cameras have the power to make people happy. I bet you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's true. Since I started to take pictures, my life has been a lot happier.
How can a camera make someone happy?
Well, a camera takes a snapshot of a moment in life. Of course, you want to capture a moment that's filled with happiness, right? So you look for happiness through the viewfinder. And as you search, you realize your everyday life is actually filled with happiness. Thank you, Tomatake. For example, a dandelion sprouting from the crack of asphalt is just a weed in a busy life. But when you look at it through the viewfinder, it's a gift to let you know that the spring is approaching. You capture it and you put it in an album. And every time you open the album, you remember the happy feeling you had when you took the picture.
So you always feel that way when you take your pictures?
You know, Takano, if you could say some longer sentences, that'd be great, man. Sure, I don't have the ambition to take an artistic photos or capturing a dramatic, prize-winning moment, but that's not important to me. I want those moments we don't notice, and helping us recognize those little moments of happiness is the greatest thing about cameras for me. So I'm really glad to be able to see Hinamizawa through my viewfinder. I have a tendency to go overboard when I talk, but most of the time, Takano-san playfully twists my words right back at me. So it's very unusual for her to listen to me like this. Takano-san sat down next to me and tried to fiddle with my camera. I don't know how much of an impression I made, but I think she is indeed interested in cameras. I was expecting her to tease me like usual, so I'm happy to see that this is her reaction. Do you want to try?
Do you think I can?
It's easy. First, you just need to learn how to focus and press the shutter. And why don't you hold it? Oh, don't ever touch the lens, though. First thing she said, funk.
Phew, this isn't easy.
Since she seemed to show an interest in cameras, I wanted to take a walk around Hinamizawa and take some pictures of the scenery. But unfortunately, the rain doesn't seem to want to stop. But she's still having fun, and kept taking pictures inside the bus stop. So the first set of pictures she ever took were of odd things in dark little buildings. Since then, every time we'd meet, we'd end up walking around the village with our cameras in our hands. Well, aren't they just the fucking cutest?
Yeah.
You know,
What a wholesome relationship.
Takano is best girl. She really is. Tomatake deserves her. He does.
You can certainly say that.
He surely does.
Again. Yosuke Irie.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I gotta speak.
Oh, Irie.
Fuck. I got to remember to do this voice while I'm at Ava and in my Halloween costume.
See, the nice part is Cage is easy.
I need to bring like 2 maid dresses like on hangers just to carry around.
Hold up.
Oh, please put on some maid dresses. Something like that.
Higurashi cosplay gonna go hard, dude.
Group physical exams are very meaningful in our research. Also, it's only for certain age groups we can examine many of the Hinamizawa residents at the same time. It's a perfect cover for our research center. Also, Because of several arrangements, we have a monopoly on the villagers' corpses and can perform autopsies on them too. There certainly wasn't an environment this rich in There certainly wasn't an environment this rich in opportunity for those in the medical field. I'll follow up on the work of the late Dr. Takano. It's going smoothly. The amount of data he compiled is absolutely astounding. He truly was an incredible researcher. Excuse me, Director. Oh, Takano-san, thanks for your work. We just received the rest of the test results from Tokyo. Here they are. Thank you. It's getting interesting, isn't it? I'm glad we can share this joy. Takano-san is my assistant, who was sent from the Self-Defense Force. Ah!
Two Takanos! God, my dream, dude.
But she was far from the image I have of an SDF officer. Just like our research is being concealed, maybe her identity is being concealed too. I'm sure her name is an alias as well.
Lol.
I'm just a doctor and a researcher. Without Takano-san's support, it would be impossible for me to manage this institution. She's a pipeline to her clients in Tokyo, my assistant, as well as a researcher who is an expert on Hinamizawa syndrome. Her existence is absolutely necessary here. The more I think about it, the more I feel this should have been the Takano Institute rather than the Irie Institute, as she should have been the director. But that was explained to me when they asked me to take the position. My client wanted a civilian to manage this place. They searched for a person who met the requirements, and there I was. I became the director. I have a feeling I'm just a puppet on their strings. But I won't just sit here and do nothing. I was asked to research a rare disease. I am a researcher, so of course, I'm excited about that. My client's goals might be different, but I'm here out of the desire to unravel the mystery of Hinamizawa syndrome and be the first person to uncover a new mystery for mankind. We have the... Hit it. We have all this data that suggests the existence of a parasite as the cause of the syndrome, yet we still can't find any fine factual evidence of the culprit microbe itself. That's true. I thought we'd find it easily if we use an electron microscope. I don't know which one is which there.
It's fine.
Viruses are too small to see with a regular microscope. So the invention of the electron microscope was a dramatic advancement in the world of medicine. However, it's very expensive and there's no way for a normal doctor to acquire one. The late Dr. Takano said an electron microscope could find the cause of the disease, but it seems his theory has been proven wrong. Even Takano-san was hoping an electron microscope would find it. Maybe that was her. She was disappointed when she didn't uncover anything after all the autopsies she performed. Our research seems to be having its first snag. Oh my god. It's actually stalled our work for several weeks now. So we need to think about where to go from here. Which means it's either smaller than microscopic, or maybe there's something wrong with the specimen itself. What do you mean? For example, wild mice have tons of fleas on them, but you can't find fleas on dead mice. That's because when the mouse dies, the habitat dies as well. So if the host dies, the parasite's world will end too. That's right. Just like you won't find a living human in a post-apocalyptic world. Therefore, we just have to look into the Earth before it ends, right? So that's true. However, if we need to think about human rights, it's hard to look into a brain when the patient is still alive. Examining a living human's brain, no matter how you sugarcoat it, that bore a very grave meaning. From a medical standpoint, it's necessary. But we have rules and morals in this world. And we have advanced medicine within such boundaries.
Manga gamer.
Manga gamer moment. There was a time when I was studying lobotomies for the betterment of mankind. I don't think I was wrong. However, could I ever be forgiven under our ideas of ethics? I don't know. One day, my judgment will be handed down by the devil. Whether I'm guilty or not, I have to accept it. As I reflected upon my past, I heard a voice. He's talking about Jumpscaring. What is happening?
I'm liking all the random Takano sprites.
For Takano-san, it was very clear and simple, yet it struck me with surprise. Understood. Let me prepare a world on the verge of death. She probably should be on the screen, right?
Yeah, probably.
Is this a...
Manga gamer just fucking sucks at
I
this
don't know.
chapter.
What? I'm startled. Sometimes the phrase, advancing medicine, bore the whisper of the devil, tempting us to accept sacrifices. I heard that devil whisper. It's not that difficult.
I like to imagine that when he heard Takano's voice, she had actually walked behind him, and she is now standing behind him with like her head right up next to his ear and just like whispering to him as he's talking.
It's not that difficult. I just have to find a Hinamizawa resident who is about to die. That's all. But even if they're about to die, who would be brave enough to provide their body for research while still alive? Don't worry about that. If they're dying anyway, we're just gonna put them to sleep a little sooner. On paper, of course. So patients would be legally declared dead, even though they're still alive. And we perform an autopsy while they're still alive. That's impossible! Besides, if we perform neurological surgery, we have to do a circular incision on the cranial area. The family will notice the marks for sure. That's where we come in. I'll have the mountain dog serve for a patient in a local hospital that matches our needs immediately. All you have to do is wait with a knife and a fork in your hands. I'll bring your meal right away. Oh! Mio Takano-san is my partner. There's no question about that. But I just can't trust her. It's her extremities as a researcher which contrast largely with mine. But are we so different? I'm simply waiting with a knife and fork in my hands, just as she told me to. I just don't want to witness such a gruesome scene, that's all. What she's preparing for me now is exactly what I want. Who is the hypocrite? Not her, it's me. How can I say I'm different, knowing what I've done in the past? I performed lobotomies without the patient's consent, despite it being surgery that might affect their life forever. How is that different from what she's doing? I have never doubted my past achievements. However, when I look at her, I start to feel unease. Takano-san is talking to Okanogi-san on the intercom in my office. I'm sure she's telling him to come over so she can explain him...
Sorry. So she can explain him what was
just discussed. I'm simply watching without stopping her. I begin to reflect on my past to remember why I chose to become a doctor.
Alright, EDA.
Yeah?
I see you.
Yeah?
Fought morals for the sake of medical advancement, baby.
Yeah?
And you know what? I respect it. Okay. And then EDA's background, So I assume it will update and say that, like, you can click on this now. Once it's ready.
Well, if you click on it and you don't have the requirements, it'll just tell you.
Okay. Fucking fragment.
Still on page... there's one.
There's one more that I've been trying to find. There it is. Local explanatory meeting.
I think there's one on 5, too. Maybe not.
Yeah, we've already done the one on 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the meeting and fucking damn construction withdrawal. So we'll do this first and I'll do the meeting.
Sorry for being late. I had an unusually large number of patients today.
Thank you for coming, Lieutenant Colonel Irie.
Tomatake stood up
Flash.
suddenly and saluted when he saw Irie come into the room. Alright, stop calling me Lieutenant Colonel. I'm a doctor. I just can't get used to military ranks. Can you call me Director instead?
Understood, Director Irie.
Tomatake, of
Flash.
course, knew that Irie didn't like to be called Lieutenant Colonel, so it was just something of a joke. They laughed casually together. On the other hand, Takano looked rather fed up with it. She couldn't stand hearing the same joke over and over, and was even thinking about talking to Tomatake
Flash.
about it. But she didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she simply never had the chance.
Takano doesn't understand. It's just guys being dudes. She doesn't get it.
Maybe it's because of how
Flash.
Tomatake pronounced it, but she keeps hearing Risa, Lieutenant Colonel in Japanese, Nisa.
Thank you.
When she heard it that way, she kept hearing Irie Risa every time Tomatake
Flash.
said it. When Takano told Irie about it, he had a good laugh. Today was just a simple meet and greet, and tomorrow was the actual meeting. Tomatake
Flash.
had already arrived, but there'd be more inspectors from Tokyo at the meeting, waiting to hear about the progress that had been made.
Anyway, I heard the whole village is up in arms about the dam construction project.
You couldn't say that again. The village is in such a mess. I participated in the local municipal explanation meeting as an official, but the whole thing was alive with angry shouts and profanities. After the basic Hinamizawa Dam project was announced, the village was consumed with uproar. The government retracted their plans for concessions rather early on. They made their aggressive stance clear. They didn't want the locals to take advantage of them by showing their willingness to compromise. However, that backfired horribly. As they had historical ties to the land, the government's actions only made their bond stronger. Neither the government nor the locals wanted to back down. People from Hinamizawa are rather hot-tempered. Maybe because they're the descendants of demons.
Man, shut up.
It's not funny. That wild meeting lasted all night.
I feel your pain.
Really, it's not funny, Tomatake-san.
Flash.
So what's going on with the dam construction? Are they really going to submerge this village?
Yeah, Tokyo's applying their pressure to the situation too. Things might seem glamorous on the surface, but in truth, the supporters behind it are wavering rather hard.
I hope the presence produces effect soon. The whole village is buzzing with action from dusk to dawn, and I worry the villagers' minds are growing agitated. Sometimes I have to listen to my patients go on and on about their opinion on the damn construction plan. Why do you even listen to them? You're too nice. I have to. I'm a clinic director first, and a research center director second. It's part of my job to listen to them.
Yeah, that's very nice of you. It's admirable. Who is this?
I know the people in Tokyo will call off the plan sooner or later, but the villagers won't. So they have to live in fear that they might be forced to leave the land where they lived for generations.
Even if they're still fucking Tomatake? Even if they're told to leave, they don't have money, and a lot of them are old. Maybe some wanted an increase in the amount of compensation they'd be offered, but the government changed its mind. I don't think it's possible for them to come to a peaceful agreement at this point.
Okay. What is happening, Ryukishi?
Ryukishi, okay. Idiot.
So well, actually some villagers who are satisfied with that amount and were willing to leave. However, the Sonozaki family doesn't want to change the stance against the issue. So actually leading the villagers in a fight against the government. So they are blaring announcement vans everywhere, and ads are attached to the circulation notices.
It's a serious matter for them. I guess I can understand.
I hope the construction plan will be called off soon, for their sake. Once it's called off, this village can become peaceful once again.
I know that, of course. Things are moving right along in Tokyo, so please give us a little more time.
I've heard a rumor from Tokyo that you're having problems finding a way to pressure the Minister of Construction. Is that true?
I'm not sure, but I've heard myself they're having a little problem with some of the details.
Takano had powerful people supporting her, but they didn't control all of Japan. There were some things they excelled in, but also other things they weren't too good at. Finding a way to put pressure on the Minister of Construction fell into the latter. In all seriousness, though, we really won't be facing any requests to leave this area because of the dam, right?
Of course not. I can guarantee that won't happen. It's just taking longer than we thought, that's all. So please continue your research. We were told that if things can't be resolved peacefully, then we may have to use drastic measures.
Drastic measures? What do you mean, Toмотake-san?
Hey, you don't need to worry about that part, Director Irie. Please, let us take care of it.
I see. Okay. Thank you for your work.
It's fine, Director Irie. The dam construction plan will be called off. It's already been decided. Oh, whoops.
It's fine, Director Irie. The dam construction plan will be called off. It's already been decided. As Takano giggled, Toмотake laughed too. However, Irie couldn't understand what was so funny, so he felt left out. Irie only understood the meaning of those drastic measures when he examined a young boy he had never seen in the village before. Do you know what that was referring to?
Yeah, the minister's grandson.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, who the hell else is it gonna be referring to? You think I've been asleep this whole game?
Sometimes.
No, I'm paying attention. I just don't say much sometimes. Alright, we got one left. Go to page 5. Sorry, it's page 4.
Local explanatory meeting.
And then once we do this, we can call it.
Cool.
Get all the first requirements out the way, and then start moving from there. Alright.
Okay, this is gonna be full of jobbers, probably.
So the dam construction will bring in new jobs and revitalize the local industry.
That's not what we're saying!
Who the hell gave you permission to build a dam here?
You squeeze tax money from us, and this is what we get in return? Who do you think pays your salaries, huh?
Classic line. And look, we're trying to explain to you.
We don't want to hear your excuses. We want to know when you'll start the construction.
You're useless. Bring the Ministry of Construction here.
Minister.
He'll get to the bottom of it.
Shout at you, yuppie!
Hey, you paid with our tax money, so why the hell are you talking down to us from up there? Come down here and let's speak face to face.
The auditorium is filled with angry shouting. The sign at the entrance says, Hinamizawa Dam Construction Explanatory Meeting. Every time the official on stage tried to say anything, the citizens packed in their rooms silenced him with their shouts. Trying to ignore them, the official continued to explain the pros of the dam, but that just further infuriated them. Between the stage and the citizens, there was an open area where a police squad was standing by. If they weren't there, the citizens would jump onto the stage and start a riot.
Oh, lol. I'm watching all this from the back of the auditorium. It's obvious to anyone that they're being swallowed by their anger. They become filled with a bloody red rage. The anger that came from a certain purpose becomes a purpose in itself and creates a vicious cycle where anger leads to more anger. Thank you, Hanyu. Anger is a necessary emotion for humans. People face many difficulties in their lives. Anger gives them motivation to fight and conquer such difficulties. Therefore, anger is an essential part of life itself. So I will never reject anger itself. However, anger like this, that goes far beyond normal, makes people forget their purpose. That is no longer an essential part of life. As the blood rushes to their head, a person can't even remember what they've done. They go out of control. Such emotions are very painful, sad, and difficult to endure. I can clearly see the villagers who live alongside us turning into demons. I understood the rules of the human world. The power of an individual can't be compared to the power of the government. To be able to fight, an individual needs to become part of a larger, unified power.
But to steer that unified power in the right direction is extremely difficult. The cycle of anger leads to more anger. Not anger that helps you live, but anger that exists only for anger. It's just like being a demon. And this emotion is capable of violently rousing us from our long, peaceful slumber. Jesus. Everyone is immersed in their own anger. We lived peacefully with the villagers while we slept quietly. Yet now, we've awakened. And it's like the world is trying to return to the age when demons were said to rise from the Onikafuchi swamp. I kept shouting at everyone to get them to calm down, but my voice can't reach them because of the vicious cycle of anger. Even so, I'll continue shouting, hoping even one of them will hear my voice. Because if I don't do anything, the demons may awaken. The demons that went into a deep sleep may reawaken because of this commotion. Then, all of a sudden, the atmosphere changed. Looking up, I saw the angry exchange between the villagers and those on the podium had devolved into confrontation between the villagers themselves. And what's going on?
Sorry.
Shut up! Those are your reasons, not ours. Don't pull us into this, you old hag.
Who the hell cares? The hell do you say, you bastard?
Oh, lol.
Hey, do you know who you're talking to? This is Orio's son. You've got some nerve, huh? Who the hell do you think you are? Shut up! Sonozaki, so what? I'm Hojo! Get your goons away from me!
Goons! Fucking... Hey!
Hey, Hojo! How dare you say that you want the village to be submerged? How much are they paying you?
Shut up, you old geezer! Listen, there are plenty of poor people in Hinamizawa. Not everyone is rich and has fields all over the mountains like you do. I'm satisfied with the compensation from the government. They've even offered to provide us with public housing. Yet you're ruining everything, you assholes. Don't pretend you're the same as us. If you want to fight with the government, why don't you fight by yourself? Then who's gonna pay? You? I'm poor and I have 2 kids at home. I was planning to start a new life by leaving here in peace after getting compensation from the government and finding a job elsewhere. But you, since when did you represent me, huh? Do you think you're that important or what?
Hey, Hojo! How dare you betray us? Then get out! Get out of this village!
Sure, I'll be happy to, but you're going to pay what I'm entitled to, right? You're gonna pay me every yen of compensation I was gonna get from the government. Even if I wanted to leave this village, I don't have the money. If you're going to pay me, I'll leave straight away.
Honestly, kind of based. Hojo is right. There are plenty of residents who are willing to leave. You 3 families shouldn't drag us into this.
The hell is this? Who just spoke? Come on, who was it?
If you want to stay, then stay. We have the right to leave, so don't interfere.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. Back the hell off, you Sonozaki hag.
Of course.
We're this is the fucking guy. Government guy? Mm-hmm. Of course we'll compensate the people who support the dam construction plan. We most certainly will not steal the land from you.
Shut up, government dog! Are you trying to divide the village?
Die, Hojo. Die, Hojo. You don't deserve to breathe the village air. Hold your breath and suffocate to death.
Hey, oops. Screw you, old hag. It just fucking doesn't matter. I'll murder your ass. Step up front, you damn hag. Hey, stay out of this, you fat pig. Oishi.
It's audio.
Yeah. Very good. That was very good, Hojo. I haven't been this pissed off in so long.
You'll get what you deserve. Look forward to it.
Get him, Hojo. The government has to provide us new jobs, shelter, and compensation. Fucking...
Hey, stop the violence, all of you. Stop it.
I like hell. Bring it on. Come and get some.
Everyone is being tainted with the bloody red anger. I can only watch. The least I can do is to apologize for the tragedy that is about to happen. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. This is how things started. From this day onward, the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family will wage a feud against each other, and the Hojo family will become ostracized within the village. This marks the beginning of Sadako and Satoshi's lives of tremendous hardship.
Thank you, Hanyu.
And
Ryukishi said, I'm going to take this chapter to plug all 50 plot holes that you have with the game, and any other questions you have, you're welcome.
right. All right. Well, we will finish connecting fragments next time.
Names are popping the fuck off in this game.
Let's go.